I'm your host, Damon, and joining me is my lovely co-host, First Lady of Entourage Entertainment, right? The lovely Asia.
First Lady!
First Lady.
We're going to also go into the mixtape release party for Force ENT that's coming up on July 11th. That's 7/11 for those that don't know. So, Damon, tonight, let's go into the current events first before we get into anything.
Okay,
this is talking about what's going on in the news.
Current
what's
events
going
in the
on?
news. There's plenty going on from the trade agreement to, political campaigns and all that. But the thing that everybody's talking about, obviously, is the shooting in South Carolina. That this man was taken alive without injury, no problem. He just murdered. Right. The dude, take Eric Garner. He sold cigarettes. That's one of the hot little the scenes you see right now on social media. I'm sorry, we cannot keep turning a blind eye, in my opinion, as a nation, to what is an obvious racial issue in the country. My only question to people who even doubt the racial inequity that we're talking about here is, why is all these people who are obviously violent, obviously dangerous, but are white, are taken alive with relatively no injury?
Yeah.
So,
Force ENT. I don't want to floor tonight. First of all, we want to let everybody introduce themselves or reintroduce yourselves tonight. We're going to start over here with C the Real. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm C the Real. I just was watching the news today and I saw that same issue. I didn't really catch all the details, but I was just saying that was ironic that that all that would happen and nothing happened to that person either. So I was like,
come on. At some point, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying, you have to call a spade, man.
You can't call him a spade. That's a racial.
Oh, that's a racist term? Okay.
Go ahead, Miss Force ENT.
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
We got Toya in the building.
Welcome,
being
Toya.
All quiet.
That Force, baby.
I just really feel that it's a race issue, and then when you bring it up, they use color of skin as fear. So
I agree. People want to call this what it is, terrorism. How is that not terrorism?
Domestic terrorism.
How is that not terrorism?
Nico, what you got to say about that?
Shit, please, sir.
Go ahead, Nico.
What's up, everybody? I feel like it's something that we're never going to understand, honestly. And I feel like they do what they do because they want a reaction. Because they know that us as colored people, we react. Like an impulse and everything. So,
he admitted he wanted to start a race war. That was his private, you know what I'm saying? That was his motivation for doing this.
And that's what they want, you know what I'm saying? I think instead of wondering why it's like that, I think we just need to come together and just find steps to how to make it stop. Because that's what they want. They want us to just keep wondering why, because
it's, honestly, in my opinion, and first of all, I want to say thank you again to our international listeners from all countries around the world that are listening and tuning in right now. But in response to what Nico was saying, what I feel is going on is that they are polarizing the country. We've had this, they're intentionally polarizing the country. We've had stuff like this happening for decades now. Can't nobody really, deny that. But what's going on, because we have the advent of social media and things spread so quickly, you know what I mean? It's polarizing people
In my opinion, it's not even about, there are going to be people who hate people for various, we can't control that. There's going to be crazy people who hate people for irrational reasons. The real problem here that I feel that needs to be addressed, and something that we can do something about, is the way that we police our citizens. Please share, so I'm talking.
I feel like they give them an excuse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They say they're mentally ill or.
But hold on, who's giving them an excuse? Their lawyers,
the government,
or society?
Mass
because
media.
if you can afford a lawyer that can speak on your behalf and say whatever. O.J. Simpson is the case.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's plenty of people. If you can afford that lawyer that can speak on your behalf and be like, oh no, he's crazy, he got bipolar issues and this and that and da 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 da.
But the detectives came out and said that he's mentally ill. That's the same thing that they said with the dude that shut up the movie theater.
Right.
True,
and
true.
You know,
please elaborate on that, please.
Yeah, keep going. They give them excuses.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But when we do it, we are terrible thugs. And, you know what I'm saying?
It's the same thing with the riot thing. It's the same principle. It's the exact same principle. After every major sport, when you saw the riots in Baltimore, how many of y'all honestly saw someone from social media post it's like, oh, this is disgusting. I can't, I don't want to see. This is ridiculous. Which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. My problem comes with a lot of people don't realize there were 4 riots before that one even happened.
Right.
At sporting events. Right, when more property damage was done. One life was lost in one of them. Right.
Just like the first man.
Right. Right. So, but they didn't. No one said anything about it. When you look at just looking at the caption of the words used, just like he said, when you look at the caption, the words used to describe the perpetrators, whether they white or black, it's always different. Black riders are thugs. You know what I'm saying? Law-breaking citizens, animals. The white riders were trying to have too much fun, disturb, pushing things too far.
We victimize ourselves when we complain about when it's a white man such and such, but when it's a black man such and such. Like we already right there giving them power right there.
Go ahead.
I agree.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying I feel as though we just need to not really worry about those things because it starts with the mind first. So everybody got their own perception.
And Nico, he's right.
I agree.
How you take it, but at the end of the day, what is right is right, and wrong is wrong. So if you got a guy who goes into a church and kills 9 people and get $1 million bail, but then you got a guy who might do a drive-by shooting and say he shoots 2 people and he gets no bail.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's what's the difference? You know what I'm saying?
And that goes to the heart of what I'm saying. I agree with you wholeheartedly, Nick. I've always thought you were, a very conscientious young man. I think that the institution of racism has changed. Like I said, there will always be crazy people who dislike you and hate or whatever like that. But what we have now is a legal system and a penal system that pretty much victimizes poor people. And poor people happen to be people of color generally.
Actually, but there are actually more white poor people, more whites that are on welfare and things like that.
Right, absolutely. It's true. It's true.
But if you look at the media, you would never know.
You wouldn't exactly. The media is the problem.
Right.
And the media is the problem.
Fact check. Do your own due diligence and make an informed decision for yourself before you make any judgments about any particular topic.
Just like the news, they put out there. You seen that? Caitlyn Jenner everywhere.
Oh,
yeah.
Lord.
But at the same time,
the white lady.
Akon,
he was out
Africa,
there 600 million.
Yeah,
300 million people in Africa. You know what I'm saying?
He's giving them power.
Yeah.
And he couldn't get any press about it.
Right.
He couldn't get any press about it.
Right,
because it was taking place in Africa. That's why. Just like those same girls, the 200 girls that disappeared or rather got taken. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear nothing about that no more.
It's just because our world. That's why I'm saying we focus on negative things. Like the Caitlyn Jenner thing still is negative at the end of the day.
To who?
To who?
To who? Because the people that I've seen on social media are promoting it. Oh, she's so strong and she's so proud for coming out. And she's so this and so that.
I salute, dude or her or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You do what you do or whatnot. But like I said, there were more.
News.
Come on, how is that front page news?
You do what you want to do. It's a free country. You do what you want. Salute to you.
But at the end of the day, that white lady be black.
Right.
That's what I was talking about. And that was the whole thing that I was talking about. Like, I seen some of the social media memes.
Rachel
and I got to give a shout out, first of all, to social media because y'all keep me thoroughly entertained. But yes, I saw a meme earlier last week that had, it had the picture of Caitlyn Jenner and it had the picture of Rachel up there.
Right.
And it was like, what's the difference? There's no way that you could not tell this woman was not black. You know what I'm saying? My family, like I said, I come from an interracial family.
I do too.
My mixed cousins and things like that, they look like her in a sense, but you could always look at them and always tell that there's something in I don't know if it's Mexican or black or this and that. It's something.
I got some family members you couldn't tell. I do. I have some family. It's genetics. I got some family members.
I wasn't trying to judge her. I was trying to just rape on something. You know what I'm saying? But
I just want to get a survey going around. How do y'all feel about Rachel Dolezal? Honestly, like did it insult you? Did you feel like she somehow overstepped her bounds, you know what I'm saying, where she was?
I mean, I feel as though, like me personally.
Did it insult you personally?
It didn't insult me because at the end of the day, I live my lifestyle. See, we all live the same life, but everybody has a different lifestyle.
That's what she claimed, yeah. That's what she claimed. That was her message, right?
You know, true. I mean,
So I got black kids. I'm married to a black dude. I mean, yeah.
If that's
That
what,
mean you
if,
black.
at the end of the day, the
Doesn't.
pigment of the skin, like we have more melanin than that. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. So it didn't affect you personally. How about you?
It didn't affect me, and I just
Did it
look at
offend you personally anyway?
No, it didn't. I just look at it as who's to say she didn't go in and on her job application didn't say white, but because the way she dressed and
Right.
everything.
Right. Right. It's a lot of things about that. We don't really know what she
that's a good
did
one.
because her answer was in the interview she gave
I don't know.
was no. She said, "I've done some things that have been questionable, but they were done out of survival." So I mean, what do you mean you done some things that are
Survival
questionable?
is
but done out of
what?
survival? Like, she-
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Entourage Hour on WLBS Radio.
Right.
That was some music from 4's ENT. That was Paul
More coming.
Masson, actually. Paul Masson, who's not here tonight, once again. We're going to go ahead and let Damo, CEO of 4's ENT, go ahead and set that up and talk about what's going on with the mixtape release.
The mixtape is releasing July 3rd. We're going to have a release party July 11th at Beer for You in Waldorf.
What can they get at July 3rd? Those who not able to
Spinrilla, for right now, it was definitely going to Spinrilla. I did something with my mixtapes. We might put on my mixtape too, Spinrilla.
Okay.
And might put on YouTube too.
So the goal is to get on YouTube and
Yeah, just get a couple.
okay, all right, all
And then
right.
the
And we're going to
party,
have hard copies too. We're going to
Okay,
hard copies.
all right, all right.
And them out too.
anything on iTunes or anything like that?
No.
Okay. All right. So, but the release party is coming up on July 11th. That's 7-11, like we said. And where's that going to be at?
At Beer for You Sports Bar in Waldorf, Crane Highway.
Waldorf, Maryland.
Say it one more time. The establishment.
Beer for you.
Beer for you.
Yeah.
Beer for you. And
It's a great spot, an open spot. So
Right.
yeah, y'all make sure to definitely come out.
Turn up,
support them.
So let's talk about the new mixtape. Like, which artists, you know, as CEO, who did y'all choose
Feature.
to feature on the mixtape?
It's a compilation album, so it's all
Okay.
of them. Everybody.
Go ahead and shout them out.
Go and shout them out.
See the real Paul Masson, Doo-Wop, got Nico, we got fucking everybody from down there.
Squad.
We got, you know what I'm saying? Shout out,
Boys up,
you know what I'm saying?
boys
We got
up.
features like such as shout out Relentless Drake, Rick Rude. You got Captain
Okay.
Seymour on there singing,
Okay.
hitting a couple of hooks on it.
I'm not gonna lie, he surprised me last time he was in here and when he broke down. Like, that was a shock.
Where
I
you
wasn't
at,
ready for
Seymour?
that.
Where you
I
at,
wasn't ready for
Seymour?
that.
Yeah.
Where you at?
I
Seymour?
wasn't.
We got when we was coming up here, I was gonna introduce y'all to another artist that's with the Fours, but he got into some other complications.
Okay.
You know, so we dealing with
Going
that
on
right
vacation.
now. Yeah, so
Going on
you know what I'm
vacation.
saying. He had just came home. You know what
Right.
I'm saying. He grew up with us. You know. What I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay.
You know, his name's Baby Boy. You know what I'm saying.
Shout
He
out
on
Baby
there.
Boy.
Shout out.
Shout him out. You know what I'm saying. You know what it is. Forever, nigga. You know what I'm saying. He on there too.
Okay.
So we definitely gonna hold him down. And if we was coming up here, I was gonna, introduce him, but
Life happens.
shit happens. You know what I'm saying?
It does.
We gonna hold
Yes,
it down.
sir.
We here, So yeah.
All right, so let us know, the tracks we got here. We got 4 tracks, you know what I'm saying? Walk us through this, please.
Yeah, go ahead. Play that. Oh, I don't even know what song we got.
All right, well, let's
Go ahead, Mike. Let's
Mike.
keep up one of the
Keep
songs.
music one.
We're gonna turn up regardless.
That's
Just play
right.
a random one and we'll go ahead and
Wow.
Miss Fours, she my.
People work behind the
I make
scenes.
sure that she be here at the table. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Cause
We got Miss Fours over here.
Yeah,
Right.
She shy.
34's up,
She
girl.
shy.
34's up.
She
That's
shy.
right,
She
baby.
shy.
That's right.
Yeah, Miss Fours, she definitely helped
That's
me hold
right.
it down. She did. You know what I'm saying? Loyalty is everything.
Where would we be at without our female supporting us, man? I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
She got her own
First
little
lady,
Facebook
that's
page.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all got
Mhm.
one Facebook like that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like Miss Forbes.
Yeah.
That's right, Miss Ford. I like that too.
She got a photo shoot coming up with Shampoo Films. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right, that's right.
We got the Balls video out there. Shout out to Miss CC on the Balls video.
I want to give my man Shampoo a shout out right quick.
Yeah, shout
Come
out
on through here
Shampoo
right
Film.
quick.
That's my
Shampoo.
Shampoo, aka
You know what I'm saying?
Marshall.
Get up in there, Marshall.
Marshall Madness.
Hey, Marshall
AKA
Madness.
Thugger.
Hey, yeah.
Childhood friend.
Yeah.
All day,
We
all
loyal,
day,
you know what I'm
all
saying?
day.
Quality we based on loyalty, man. Everything is loyalty. We loyal to who's loyal to
Your
us.
fault,
And
right.
so every time when we going to a party or something, I'm like, Marshall, look, man, listen, I'm doing this, you gotta come.
Right.
And he be with it, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So we gonna, and shout out to Entourage, Picks, all y'all first lady,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
We love
No
it.
official game week, man. Shout out to
All
everybody.
right, so this track we got up right here. Who is this and what's going on? Can we hear? Can we get a Mike? Let's get a little escalation in the volume here for the background. Okay. See, elaborate on this song right here, please, sir, please.
I mean, when this song came together, Meek was given the call.
Go ahead and drop that verse.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Release the track, you know what I mean? We came together with the hook, you know what I mean? And then this day got on the joint, so it turned out pretty good.
All right.
They love it when they perform it. We did
That 808 is too much.
Yeah, we did 2 little performances last week with Religious Straight, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They killed them in it.
Where'd y'all perform at?
Who was that? Memories and Water and at the Good for You.
Okay.
Yeah, they performed a song with Religious Straight.
And how many songs from the mixtape y'all have on at that time right there?
We only performed just one song.
Just this one song? Okay.
Yeah, this mixtape, yeah. It's gonna have like 20 some songs.
The mixtape got 20 songs in it?
Yeah, but we got no songs with work. Yeah, we can drop.
They do it.
We can drop. We mixtapes right now.
Come on, man.
We can drop about 3 of them. But we're gonna drop another one in October. This is it right here.
I know the boy knows. Go ahead.
I blow out your man in the green and I hot box it like motherfuck my legs, bro.
All right, so give me a little bit. We the realest left, so be careful with your last steps. And when in DMV, realize where that ass at. You cannot tell me that we in this shit. Yo, Kenny Maryland, we so legit. We so legit, we not worried about shit. We so legit, we not worried about worries. My worries go by when I'm curling, I'm buried. 425 and I'm the rap self carry. My name ring bells, check time, get buried. And my lights on blink, so you know that they ain't married. Straight like Russell, so you know that I ain't scary. And before ENT, so you know that ain't no worries. We be steady making hits, we don't need no contrary. As the judge, with your life, when you're taking it in a hurry. I blaze that we get tryna get laid, buddy. We just tryna win, like get out of the way, buddy. Bro, I always loved you. I always loved your delivery. Good God, boy.
See the real game.
I already know he the real. I already know.
When we first started, you know what I'm saying? He was already dead, you know what I'm saying? He helped guide all of us.
Right.
That's why it's all great, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like everybody made a boss, like, you know what I'm saying?
When we first had him on here and I heard his music, I heard his lyrics, I couldn't believe that he was so, you know, introverted when we got on here talking and whatnot, and his lyrics are just, they're pretty.
He's quiet in person.
Yeah. Quiet in person, but you drop the fire when you hit the mic, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
I would definitely say for ZNT, I always look forward to having y'all on the show, like I said, because every time y'all come out, you always turn
animated, always turn
quality
up.
music. Shout out to Captain Seymour, first and foremost, because he be doing some great.
You owe another song, sir.
Yes.
You owe another song, another exclusive to the EMV. That's right.
Captain Seymour, Seymour, we miss you tonight.
We owe another exclusive. I'm just saying.
Seymour, yeah, shout out to Seymour, because when we first started this, he gave us the blueprint for real. Like, he gave us the blueprint on how we should attack the game. You know?
Okay, elaborate on that a little bit, yeah.
Like he told us, like, basically, like when me and C first went to the studio, he was like, oh yeah, we gotta shoot a video. And he was like, no, don't shoot a video yet. Don't even release the song yet. Just come back next week or come back. You know what I'm saying? So we was going to the studio like every week.
Right.
Every week. We going to the studio. And he was like, man, keep on making songs, man. Then you put your songs out. And, you know, keep on
get them a quantity.
Yeah, so then we started. So we was like, all right, so once we got like some songs together, I'll put them out there 1 week, another week.
Right.
At one point, people was like, man, y'all putting out songs back to back. Like,
right. We can't keep up with it. Right. I can't keep up with the music.
Songs. And I was like, I was like, yeah, man, I think it's time for a video now. Then I like putting out like 7.
So what was your first video shoot?
Well, see the real solo video, Talking Business. That's what
Okay. All right.
Was the first video. Then we did Turn Up the next month, and then we went like, you know, almost every month shooting video.
You for every single you would just shoot a video for?
Yeah, sometimes like some songs we just shot a video for. Didn't release the song, just
shot the video for.
Hey, watch me do my thing, Nico, young Nico. I ain't seen the video for that one yet.
Oh yeah,
I've seen a few of it.
I saw the little video with his face on YouTube, but I just wanted to thank y'all for coming out first and foremost. Like, our time is running short tonight. As always, we thank for you. But before we get off the air, I want y'all to let social media, let everybody know where they can find you at.
And more importantly, please promote more of the show on 7-Eleven. Please. Let them know the release party, please.
Oh, yeah.
Elaborate, please.
You can Facebook Damo Winfrey Senior, you feel me? IG
Spell it out, please, sir, please.
Damo,
Yeah, we got some, yeah.
Yeah, Damo, you know, D-O.
We got time.
Winfrey.
You know what I'm saying? Winfrey, W-I-N-F-R-E-E. That's all, you feel me?
Okay.
IG Damo _425. July 11th, download that. Spores the Seas, Volume 1. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Shampoo Films for the artwork. You feel me? July 11th, mixtape release party. Turn up.
Turn up.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Yes, sir.
And so individually, we're going to go around the table for folks that's looking y'all up on social media or whatever. Where can they find you? See the Real, starting with you.
Oh, for me, I'm See the Real, social media, See the Real, everything. You know what I mean? So we got this.
Spell that for me, sir, please.
See the Real.
D-A-R-E-A-L.
That's right. Get it for us,
Hey, Mrs. Forbes, Mrs. Forbes,
That's
over
right.
here,
Miss
Mrs.
Forbes, let us know. What's up, baby?
You can find me Facebook and Instagram, Miss Forbes ENT. Okay?
That's
All
right.
MRS.
All right.
MRS.
Yeah,
All
she's
right.
married to that.
That's it.
Hold on, young Nico.
Give
We
it
got
to
over
me,
here.
go.
You can find me Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all that.
Woo.
_IAMNIKO _
And without
What's up?
further ado, we just want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Make sure you tune in each and
Appreciate the
every
support.
Friday on WLVS Radio.
We
for
keep
the
it live
Entourage Hour.
every week, baby.
Every week. So
Something
make sure
new for the
y'all
people.
tune in, and we'll see y'all next week, 9 to 10 p.m.
Free the
Stay
gang.
tuned.
Free the gang.
Or 7-Eleven, don't forget it, people.
Fours
Free
up.
Boy,
Fours
free
up.
Team
Free Fat
Tonio.
Team Tonio, E4S.
First lady.
Free Diesel Boy.
Squad.
Free them all.
Free my
Hey.
Free my husband.
Oh, man.
Free little man.
Thank you, Mike.
Good job.